Thank you for selecting the Reducing Procrastination in Your Life Student Success Workshop. This presentation is sponsored by the Peer Mentor Program at Estrella Mountain Community College. The Peer Mentor Program started in 2008 by students of EMCC. Our mission is to help new and returning students become successful college students by helping them develop strong skills for life and college success. Peer mentors are fellow students who can help brainstorm strategies like time management or organization with you. Peer mentors are also knowledgeable about campus resources and can provide suggestions or options for you to be successful in your educational goals. So exactly what is procrastination? There are many definitions, but here are some great quotes to get us started thinking about what it is. One might define procrastination as putting something off needlessly, meaning there is no reason why we shouldn't start a task or a project, but we do. We have all procrastinated at some point or another. In this presentation, we will discover what type of procrastinator we are and ways that we can work to overcome procrastination. There are costs when we procrastinate. When we put something off, we are continuously thinking about it all the time. Sometimes we might consciously be thinking of it, and sometimes we are subconsciously thinking about it, which adds to our stress. When we wait to the last minute to accomplish something, we are rushed, so our work may not always be our best. We definitely tend to work faster when we're up against a deadline, but it's not always our very best work. When we do procrastinate, rush to complete a project, and make our deadline miraculously, we reinforce our own bad habits. Procrastination can lead to more procrastination. There are benefits of taking action. First of all, you'll have peace of mind, literally. You will not be worried or distracted thinking about something that you should have already done. That truly takes a load off of your mind. You will feel better mentally and physically when you are done ahead of time. Additionally, you feel capable and proud of yourselves. Sometimes after I finish a project, I look back and think, that wasn't so bad. Why didn't I just start it sooner? So why do we procrastinate in college? There are many reasons, but most of the reasons involve time and knowledge. If you have not mastered time management, it is easy to procrastinate. Planning out when you will get tasks done helps reduce stress and allows time to accomplish the work. Sometimes we don't start on an assignment if it seems difficult or we are uncertain of the requirement. Tackle this type of procrastination by following up with your instructor to ask questions early before the assignment is due. You may find that once you understand the assignment, you are more motivated to get started. Here are some impediments or things that get in our way. Mañana, I will do it tomorrow. Or the next day. We can easily keep putting things off until we run out of time. Maybe we are like the grasshopper from the old tale, The Ant and the Grasshopper. It is more fun to kick back like the grasshopper did in the story, but later on regretted not working like the ant did. Sometimes we procrastinate by deciding we need to escape and take a break. It's definitely okay to take a break from your work. The goal is to return to it at a reasonable time and not let your escape take over. There are other distractions that get in our way. One more reason we procrastinate is that we secretly hope that something will happen to save us from the task that we don't want to do. This is called Calvary to the rescue. By thinking, I bet the teacher won't even collect this. Or maybe, the teacher will be out sick and then I won't have to turn in my paper, are examples of Calvary to the rescue. We have probably thought of this at least once in our lives, right? The truth is, if we make a plan, we can get it done, and then we'll feel less stressed when we don't procrastinate. Did you know there are 4 types of procrastinators? There are actually different reasons that we might procrastinate. Please read the slide and decide for yourself which one you are. Are you a relaxed procrastinator? Afraid of failure procrastinator? A perfectionist procrastinator? Or an angry procrastinator? We may be different types of procrastinators at different times. The relaxed procrastinator may think that homework is busy work and that overall school is boring. This type of procrastinator may feel that they have this and are not worried about deadlines and may even have excuses for why they didn't get something done. How do you conquer this type of procrastination? First, double check your thinking pattern. There are reasons why instructors provide homework and assignments, which is to learn the information. When you realize you are demonstrating signs of this type of procrastinator, challenge your excuses and find a plan to accomplish your goal. Working on your college education will aid you in accomplishing your long-term goals. Keep this in mind when you feel yourself procrastinating. Sometimes we're afraid that we might fail. This can be very crippling to our success. When you worry about whether or not you can do something, or you doubt your abilities, you are spending time worrying about something that is likely untrue. Think to yourself, what's the worst that can happen? If you try something and are not perfect at it, remember that we all need to learn and that we will make mistakes sometimes. But you don't know what you can accomplish until you try. Ask for help when you need it, and be proud of the things that you have accomplished. You are investing in yourself. Way to go! Another type of procrastinator is the perfectionist. If they can't deliver a perfect project or assignment, they haven't done their best. Another example of this is when someone spends so much time on one assignment to be sure it's absolutely perfect, they might miss completing some other assignments. At some point, your work is done. This type of procrastinator must consider that completion is an accomplishment, and that at some point you have done a great job and that you now need to move on to the next task. One more type of procrastinator is the angry procrastinator. This procrastinator often has issues with class attendance or may be tardy. The mindset of this type of procrastinator is that by not doing the work assigned, they are getting even with the professor. This is different than not understanding, like in our fear of failure procrastinator. This type of procrastination involves an emotion and a mindset of resentment and irritation. The way to conquer this type of procrastination is to consider why you are delaying your work or not turning it in. Will not turning in an assignment really hurt the professor? No. In reality, you are affecting your own grade and your own success. The instructor would like all of their students to be successful. What is important to remember is that our grades are a reflection of our own work, not the professor's ability to teach. There are other ways to tackle procrastination. First, remember that every time you procrastinate and somehow manage to pull off a deadline, you are reinforcing procrastination. The best way to reduce stress and do your best work is to plan it out. Use a calendar or a to-do list to make a plan. Chunk your projects into smaller, more manageable tasks that you can do piece by piece, so it's not so overwhelming when you sit down to get started. Actually sitting down and starting a task really helps too. Just start typing the first sentence in your essay. You never know. You may knock out a sentence, then a paragraph, then a page. I have started many tasks, and before I knew it, I was done. Keep talking about what you need to get done and find a role model who will encourage you to start a task. Lean on them for encouragement. Once you know what type of procrastinator you are or why you are procrastinating on a task, you'll be better equipped to overcome it. Consequences of procrastination can be negative, like stress, quality of work, perfectionism, or even anger, which can hold you back from your own success. On the other hand, getting started and beating procrastination builds self-confidence, reduces stress, improves work quality, and leads to better time management and planning. So let's try an exercise right now. We can work on ending procrastination by taking action. Take it one step at a time and get started. So take a minute to grab a piece of paper and a pen and follow along. You can pause this recording if you need to gather some materials. Start by drawing 4 columns on your paper. In the first column, think of a task that you tend to put off and write it. Then in the second column, write the reason you tend to put it off. It could be one of the reasons shared in this presentation or another reason of your own. Next, think of something you could do to get started on this task. It doesn't need to be completed, just an action that you will take to get you started. Now, set a deadline for this first step that you listed. When will you accomplish it? Make it happen within a short time frame. Even less than 24 hours is best, but be realistic to your goal and your schedule. Continue to repeat the process every time that you have a new excuse or until your assignment is completed. You are now on your way to starting your first task that you have been procrastinating on. This slide is an example of how to complete the exercise I just described. The example of preparing the monthly expense report is listed with the reason that they avoid the task. I have more important things to do. I think we can all relate to that reason, but it's something that we must get done for this person's job or situation. By adding it to the to-do list and finding a day once a month to get it done, this person is on their way to reducing and eliminating procrastination. Their goal to get started is very short, today by noon. That doesn't mean the report is done by noon. It means that the person has committed to adding it to their calendar today. That is how you get started. Break it down, one step at a time. Make progress, and you will get it done. Use this type of 4-column worksheet whenever you find yourself procrastinating or you need a way to get started. In this presentation, we reviewed how to tackle procrastination and how to break down tasks so that you can just get started. With practice, focus, and consistency, you can also keep procrastination from overwhelming you at school and in the future. Thank you for selecting this workshop. The Peer Mentor program presents several workshops throughout the semester. Continue to check our website for dates and times. Thank you.